What's good? What's good? What's good in the hood? Rudy Goebert has made it to a video from Carceno for life. I thought Rudy had to be run over by a bus or win an NBA championship, whichever one came first. But no, Rudy Goebert must be spoken about. Now, remember when he was teammates with Donovan Mitchell? And they was talking about there was friction and problems there, and no one would ever listen to what Donovan Mitchell felt about the situation. And for some reason, a lot of fans seem to believe Donovan Mitchell was just being a diva and was the problem. They immediately went to that decision. So, since he immediately went to that, let's take this for instance. Let's take some things out just for context. Okay, good people? Let's take this for context. Rudy was the one that played with the COVID thing and was touching the microphones and all this and got Donovan Mitchell sick because he plays and he did all that in the locker room too. A lot of people blamed Rudy for bringing the whole thing over here when they knew nothing about the country anyway, and it was heavy in his country, right? His family visited, he got it, and then his teammates got it. And of course, he felt bad about it. It wasn't like he purposely did it because at the time, nobody really knew what it was. Then, him and Donovan Mitchell had a problem because Donovan Mitchell felt like, man, I got sick because of you. And I don't know how this is going to affect me, So now, psychologically, he's angry. But there was more to this. There's a lot of in-court things. Rudy has always been a head case for them. He's always complaining. I knew he had problems when he was crying about not making it to the All-Star game. Like, I didn't make the All-Star game. I'm like, oh my God. Then he ended up making it because somebody got hurt or whatever and pulled out, wasn't going to play it. So they're like, man, call Rudy. He really wants to go. So now that he, actually went to the game, it made sense. Now, for everyone else, may not agree. So Rudy Goebert was looked at as a head case for many years by people in the league. People that actually played with him. So when they traded Donovan Mitchell, no one thought Rudy Goebert would be the one to go next. Oh, they got rid of Rudy too because they realized Rudy was a problem. He complained a lot, and he often, very much so, was a thorn in everybody's side. Rudy comes to the Timberwolves. They're supposed to make them a title contender. Now the cat can go out there and shoot threes. He ain't got to worry about grabbing boards. You got a guy like Rudy Goebert who can take care of the boards. He gets to Minnesota, started hanging around a bunch of white dudes. He dyed his hair blonde, started doing all kind of goofy stuff. And, okay, people are hitting me up. Now, after doing all this, Rudy does his Rudy once again. Anthony Edwards gets hurt. Been arguments in the locker room about direction on what we're going to do. Rudy seemed checked out at games, like really arguing with people, and a lot of people don't really deal with Rudy. So once again, he's being a head case on another team. And you guys just haven't seen it. Now we get to the court or the sidelines, and they're trying to tell Rudy about something that's going on in the game, basketball related. His first reaction is to jump up and punch his own teammate in the chest right before their playing game against the Los Angeles Lakers. What is the results of that punch? Quite simple. Because of that punch, Rudy is suspended for the game. And they already have a teammate with a broken hand from punching a locker. Probably more to that story that nobody's saying. So they're already limited. Now the guy that you wanted so bad and got this season, Rudy, has let you down. Now let's get into that for a minute. First of all, this was a weak punch to the guy's chest. Right? It wasn't like he punched him in the mouth or anything like that. Kyle Anderson came back in the game. There was no problems. Now, Draymond put a guy into sleep status, from conscious status to sleep, with one punch. Not only did Draymond Green participate in the championship celebration, the NBA agreed that this is an in-house situation and that it should be handled in-house, and didn't intervene as Draymond was not suspended one game. Not one. Knocked the man unconscious. We saw it on TMZ. We saw it everywhere. Huh, but that's what he did. So after that was done, nobody had anything to say about that. They was like, man, I can't believe it. We punished him. We're going to dock him some money. Now here it is. The Timberwolves, this organization, they thought it would be a good idea to suspend Rudy Goebert from the play-in. It's a playoff game. So they come to the conscious decision of that, or the NBA decided to do that. Welcome to the NBA playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. I can't make this up. Rudy went over there to apologize right after the game, said, I'm sorry, emotions got the better of me today. I should not have reacted that way. I did regardless of what was said. Oh, no, that's what he said. I should not have reacted the way I did regardless of what was said. I want to apologize to the fans, the organization, and particularly to Kyle, who is someone that I truly love and respect as a teammate. Wow. Well, he's gone. One game out. He got to miss one game. Now, they got to lose two to be out. They're going to get out anyway. But the Pelicans are going to go ahead of them, the way they got this thing worked out. So for tomorrow's play-in game against the Lakers, because the Lakers have to be, a headliner. See, to show you the corruption of this, the Lakers had to win X amount of games because to get them into the play-in situation, but not just the play-in situation. They got to be a top, or the games wouldn't be in Los Angeles. The Lakers wouldn't have home court advantage, so that doesn't help Los Angeles any. Well, you got Jaden McDaniels, right? They got the video of him after the fact punching a locker on his way back to the locker room, and he was out the rest of the game as he broke his hand. Frustrated over the way the game was being officiated. Now, You know, I don't know what to tell you. All I can say is this is the most oddest thing I've ever seen in sports. Right before like a big game. I just never seen this. Last game of the season, people getting in fights and being stupid like that. They weren't going anywhere anyway but home, but damn. I see why Minnesota really focuses on hockey and baseball. Anyway, I'm out. Love, peace, and hair grease.